My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5 minute or less video. I can get everything I need to tell you within 5 minutes. I am kind of a national expert on IRS resolution matters. I should. I've been doing this for 50 years. I worked at IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades, and I have a whole team of former IRS agents that work with me. You can look at my website at 777irs.com, and you will find my team. I've been on TV a lot. You can see my TV interviews. And I do want you to know the 3 reasons that I do these YouTubes is to educate you, to give you insider information from a former agent and tell you everything that we know and everything that we keep up with. And I like to inform people to make decisions. Today is really an educational video that I'd like to tell you about, and that's what are the real reasons that people get audited. There's a lot of these forums and magazines and everyone that just kind of get a shotgun and blast approach and tell everyone different reasons people get audited. For the most part, they're true. But I want to really drill down on the real reasons. It's important for you to know the real reasons. But remember, all these other ancillary things that come up, you can get an audit from them. They're not as frequent as the ones I'm going to give you, but these are the ones that I need to tell you about. First of all, a lot of these come by mail. They're not the audit you think of. They are a result of math errors that you make on the return, and IRS sends you an error report. There's millions of these that come back to taxpayers a year. Secondly, it is the matching program, the W-2 and 1099. You did not report your W-2s and 1099s. This is IRS biggest program, and they collect billions of dollars because people do not go ahead and they do not report a lot of 1099s. They slip 1 or slip 2 out, and boom, all of a sudden they get a nasty gram, usually a year and a half later. And all of a sudden now they're stuck with penalties and interest, and that 1099 maybe they didn't get, or that 1099 they forgot to include is going to come back to bite them. IRS looks at really FBARs and foreign bank accounts. That's a really big thing now, along with those who have unreported crypto and digital information and wallets. IRS is doing a much better job matching program, finding out and getting more details about that. You're going to see whole teams of specialists coming out in this area, in the digital area. They are going to come out like hellfire. So just be prepared for that. The number one reason that you're audited, drum roll, it's not a drum roll, it's more of a table pat, is very simple, your DIF score. That is your discriminatory index function score. You say, well, what the hell is that? It's a great question. Every return that gets filed is graded by the Internal Revenue Service. Yeah, it's graded. And what comes out is what's called a DIF score. That DIF score is a algorithm that IRS uses to compare your returns with all the other tax returns people file. Many times they're done by zip codes, by businesses, by income. IRS is basically taking the percentages of deductions and expenses that you have based on your income, and they are matching them up with everybody else. So IRS has more of a standard, a percentage standard, what you should be taking in a certain area. Now that does not necessarily mean that's right, but that's what IRS in fact does. So if you're taking interest income on your home and the average, say, average deduction for someone making $100,000, say, is $7,000 a month, and you put $15,000 a month, that's going to go ahead and raise a flag. But that alone does not cause your return to be audited. IRS looks at a preponderance of flags and see what they all are and see what your aggregate score, and it's still not finished then. IRS then goes ahead and sends these batches of returns to different people, different offices. Some come to the service center, some are sent out to the local field offices, and at that point in time, those returns are looked at by an agent, and the agent will go ahead and determine whether that's audit worthy. On our staff is Herb Canner, a former IRS revenue agent, CPA appellate officer. He used to grade those returns and send them out for audit. Anyway, if you thought this video was good, I'd love a subscription. Subscriptions really help me. It kind of boosts me up on YouTube. If you have questions, you can go ahead and just leave them in the comment section. And if you need IRS audit representation, nobody does it better than the people that are on my staff. You can find my information in the description section. I thank you for your time today. Blessings.